Hey everybody, welcome to what may be the last Jaws video, certainly the last one for a while. I am going to see the 50th anniversary viewing on my birthday in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited about that. This has been a 50-year gathering, and I did not cover these particular figures before, so with the shark in the middle, whom I've covered thoroughly, I've done nothing to him since the last video. Nothing. I'm happy with him. I'm done with him. The nameplate back down there, by the way, comes from the old Sideshow maquette that came out years ago. I don't have that anymore. Kind of glad. Don't miss it. Love this one. But let's look at a couple of things here. We've got the NECA Ultimate Quint. That sucker is sporting his spear gun. Fresh paint job on his face and hands. I've got him where he looks a little better detailed and certainly more red face, like he's been drinking and is angry and all that good stuff. I went for the jacket off because I've got the 8-inch figure that has him in his final eating, you know, where he's got the bandana but he's got his jacket on. But I like him with just the shirt when he's standing up on the front of the boat and he's spearing. You know, that's just cool. And I would have some spears in the shark. I'm thinking about it. If I get some barrels, I'm going to do that, but not yet. There's of course accessories. They're in the box. You see the rifle there with Quint. You see the fishing staff there with Hooper. The oxygen tank there with Hooper, sort of with Hooper. And Hooper's got the, I wouldn't call it a bang stick, but it's the stick that he's going to use in the cage, unsuccessfully. And I really love that one. I repainted on him. I repainted a couple of the heads. The one with the knit cap I love, and I wanted him with the jacket. I just like him in the denim. I don't know. It just looks cool to me. So anyway, of course, got the shark front on view there, and anybody that questions the scale of the shark, everything from the pectoral fins up to the dorsal forward is in scale with the two figures. Anybody that's shown you in a video Quint in the mouth, you can see it dead off. It's perfect. So I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm not going to put my guys in the mouth. But you can see their scale is pretty good. And also, one of the things I like is it's shelf worthy. It looks nice like this, the shark does, because you see his tail. I know it's foreshortened, but it can be on a shelf facing this way. I made the little base there. That's just a little round base I had sitting around. It had a hollow plastic tube. I put a clear acrylic tube up through the shark and into that base. And it pivots on its own. It actually pivots on its own. And if I wanted to, I can actually, it's loose in there, I can actually disconnect the shark a little bit and lean him back, have him rearing up. Of course, the mouth moves, it closes and opens all like it would, you know. NECA, thank you. Just thank you for making this set, this much. Thank you, thank you. You did an outstanding job, and you continue to make outstanding figures. And these are not the only figures I have to thank NECA for. I went and did something kind of crazy. I hope it's not dangerous. All apologies to the, let's just say, the people that may be interested. I went and bought a couple of figures. A guy online had a recipe for another character. And with that recipe, he had the NECA Blade Runner 2049 Deckard, which is not hard to get, it's just expensive, and the NECA Aliens Bishop figure. Now the Deckard, you get the body, the shirt, and what I'd call the vest, the overshirt, the outer shirt, not the sleeves and the arms. And you get from the Bishop the arms and the rolled up sleeves, and you get the head on eBay. There's this fantastic little, very friendly, very cool company that puts out just a few by order heads of Roy Scheider, and therefore custom figures only. They're not mass producing them. In fact, when I got it, there weren't 20 sales on the thing. They're not doing large numbers, so they're not a dangerous threat to the, you know, the powers that be. I was lucky I got one pretty quick. I got an unpainted one, and I did all the work that I had to do. So, without any further ado, sorry, I would sing that, but I'm not Quint. I give you my Brody figure. That is my Brody custom, and of course he's with the oxygen tank now. And as I told you, the legs, the shoes, the boots are sanded, trimmed and sanded shoes that came on the Deckard. Pants are on the Deckard, the shirt is on the Deckard, and this overshirt is on the Deckard. The arms with the sleeves and the separate rubber piece, really cool, is on the Aliens Bishop. You have to trim the right arm to get the watch off. I just took the face of the watch and carved it off and made a band out of thin pleather and made him a watch there. Looked online, saw what the watch has a gold outside with a white and a gloss. Brody has gray gloves with a light gray trim, not the brown gloves that I've seen people take straight from the Hooper. The Hooper's gloves are a different color. Brody's are gray, and they're a little darker than the shirt. The scooper there was a little wooden thing. My wife makes doll houses, and this is the scale of the people, roughly. So she had a little ladle there, and it was made of wood, and she gave it to me. So I made him a little chum ladle, and she has lids to containers, and that's what this is. This is a little lid, and for the fish guts, I packed cotton and poured a little super glue on them and hardener and made it kind of fill. Painted the outside with white gray, sanded it good, and painted it with white gray, sprayed it with Mr. Hobby Super Clear, and then built up the fish heads and the goop and the stuff. Came back with some shiny purple and green paint and painted the fish, then covered them with layers of reds and dark red browns and whatnots. And I made my drippy a nasty chum bucket. So I've got Brody in his "you're gonna need a bigger boat" moment. Where the shark head, which is right beside him there, and in scale is there. So there's my "gonna need a bigger boat" moment. I've got Quint in the crow's nest or whatever the thing up front of the boat, the front thing there, leaning back and forth, shooting harpoons into the shark. And I've got Hooper in kind of just his generic Hooper wear. I just like the cap and it's not a specific moment. I could have done a specific moment, Hooper. I almost did, but I said, no, I just like them. I guess they could have all been down to their t-shirts. But anyway, I just like the colors and the way it looks, and I thought it looked great. So, thank you to NECA for the 5 figures it took to make this. The Two Jaws guys, the shark, the Blade Runner 2049, and the Aliens Bishop. Thanks to WePrints for the head. The head comes with the cigarette. Although mine had broken, I drilled a little hole and put a thin little piece of paper clip in there and just painted it. I forgot my black light, but if I shine a black light on the tip of that cigarette, it glows like it's hot, like he's drawing a drag off of it. It's really kind of fun. I did paint that head. I did do that. Please don't ask me to make another one, to gather another one, and dare I say it, to paint another one. This figure is somewhat off limits and protected online, so I do not want to be accused of producing them. I do not in any way produce figures of this character. That is mine. It's a one-of-a-kind, one-off custom figure to go with my figures. I will give you the recipe all day. I will coach you and help you and tell you what you need to do. I will not make another one. I just won't do that. I'm not going to fall down that rabbit hole. Been there, done that. Moving on. So, I hope you like my trilogy. It's 50 years in the making. I'm going to go see the movie again in 2 weeks with a whole new full heart, with a set of figures I really never thought I'd ever have. And I don't know if I'll do another Jaws video again. If I do, I don't know what it'll be, but maybe some unreleased thing in the future. But for now, Jaws 50th anniversary signing off. Farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies. No, I'm not going to sing the whole song to you. But I'm kind of sad that I won't be making any more. And off goes the camera, and I'll see you again. Take care. Like, subscribe, comment away. Love all of y'all. Take care.